Hey guys, welcome to Livestream 95. It is so delicious to be back. First and foremost, I hope you guys can see me okay. And let me see if I'm watching my screen. It doesn't seem to be lagging. I hope the audio is coming through okay. You guys know the woes that I've gone. I mean, I've done 95 live streams. And you know the woes that I've gone through, the ups and the downs, and the technical woes or challenges that I have faced. So I'm back to my old original computer again. You guys can see right here, the old laptop. And I'm hoping, you know what? I see there's some people in the chat. I'm going to scroll down because I want to see. I just want to make sure looks and sounds okay. Sounds great and looks great. Loud and clear. Okay, good. Good. Now I'm going to go back up the chat. We got a lot to cover. I'm going to go back up the chat and see who's here. Radios is here. Yep. Hey, Jeffrey. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Lanky Lime 23. You know, I have a sneaky suspicion that might be Limelight. But Lanky Lime, how are you? Quiet Page. Hey, Lyle's here. Nope. You weren't first. You were second. Jeffrey. Hey, Cecil, how are you? Matthew's here. Hola. Mr. Fritz is here. HRY. Hurry. Hurry. Angus. Hey, how are you, Angus? Lanky Lime. Change my username still. Okay, yes. Okay, Limelight's here. Change can be good. Change can be. Can you run faster? You remember the old, when you were little and you got brand new sneakers, you could run faster? So, Lanky Lime. All right, we're going to go Lanky Lime now from now on. I missed out on... Oh, did Ben have a stream? Dang it. I missed it too. Dag nabbit. Oh, I'm subscribed to his channel, but maybe I don't have the bell clicked. But I'm not always on YouTube. Dang it. Bonnie, on time. Well, I'm a little late. I missed out. Okay, yeah, I got that. I was so dang distracted. I'm always distracted. Actually made popcorn to watch today. You have real popcorn today. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a coffee grind. I have a couple things I want to show you guys. Mike is here. He made it. Mike, I did get your email. You know me. I'm so bad at getting back to people quickly. I get a lot of emails. But yes, by the way, yes. I will email you back, but yes, definitely. I'm in. I caught a little of it, old radios. When was it? Was it his typical Thursday? Did I miss it? Was it last Thursday? Radio's got a camera this week. I got a camera this week too, and I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. It was a gift camera. I'm really excited about, so I'm going to show you guys. Angus says, yeah. You did not get a notification. Oh. Hey, there's Barry. Good afternoon from Fort Lobsterdale. Feels like Lobster Town here with this heat. Let me see. My AC is set on 72 degrees Fahrenheit and is actually at 72 degrees. My thermostat's right behind the camera. Typically in the middle of the afternoon when it's super hot out, my AC won't get any lower than 75. Hey, Dana, thanks ahead of time. Oh, yeah, Dana, Dana's like the king of just generosity, sending stuff to people. And I think he's sending Radio some stuff. Got my $35 16 millimeter Katazo tape splicer a few days ago. That is a really good deal, Bonnie. Those things are not cheap usually. You'll have to let us know how that works. Let's see, what kind of camera are radios? I bought this hilariously bad Canon Q8 235 millimeter camera. Is that one of the Canons that's like rebranded? That's terrible. 8 p.m. here in Poland and already dark out. I hate this time of year. Yeah, it gets dark here this time of year. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, something like that. That's about as late as we can go with having any daylight. And then we have that daylight savings thing, weird thing, and you know it's dark by 6:30. Jeffrey says, went to our town's 150th concert firework event last night. 13,000 population. I would say half was there. Video of the fireworks with a Kodak ZI-8. Is that I? Yeah, ZI-8 camcorder. Wow. Half the town was there. That's got to be fascinating. I love big community events like that. I really do. I like parades. I like just festive stuff. So that would have been really fun. Dang. And 13,000 population, that's a good little town. That's not like overly populated or underpopulated. That's nice. Wow. Hope you had fun. Sounds like you did. It's actually a fake Canon. Yeah, that's what I thought. Canon did that sometimes. Screen. I'm munching on Wendy's Baconator. Ooh, that sounds good. Baconator. I don't eat a lot of those anymore, but man, they sound good. Somebody at my front door. Nicole. Amazon just. I think there's Amazon is at our front door. No worry. I'm so behind. Sorry, guys. Sounds and looks good. There was no parade due to a storm. Yeah, I know. You didn't get to shoot. Bummer. I'll send Tri-X tomorrow. Send it on over. Hey, there's CJ. How are you, buddy? Hello, all. AV is great. Thank you. Yeah, this is my old... Now, I will say this. It's my old laptop, but it's much faster than the new one I bought. And get this. The new one that I bought that I streamed on like twice and then it started getting glitchy. I tried to install some software for another program to do something else on it. And now it is currently doing what this one did and prevented me from using it for weeks and weeks at a time. What a mess. Wow. But I will say this. You know how we have our close-up cam where I can go... Well, this computer has only a 720p built-in camera, so it's really crappy quality. Let me show you. So let me get something to close up. Here's my phone. Let's do a close-up. You ready? Whoa. See how gritty and grainy? You can see my light. Maybe if I get let me turn that down a little bit. Ooh, now I got this bright spot. Yeah, so everything's really kind of wonky with this camera, but we'll still use it from time to time if we need to show something close up. Hey, Rich is here, loud and clear. Audio video is crispy. There was no parade. Yeah, that bums. Hey, Charles, how are you, buddy? Film Cat, hello. Hit that like and hit the like thumb button. Yes, thank you, Mike. Hey, there's Travis sliding in. Jack is here. How are you, buddy? I know you're on a fun little vacation. It looks like you're having a ball. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it, but don't waste time on me. You got your lovely fiance you're hanging out with, so you guys have a good time. Carbondale, Illinois. Hey, Entity's here. How are you, bud? I swear for some reason I thought today was Saturday. Didn't I just talk to you yesterday? Travis was at my house just a couple days ago. We had some good film chatting going on. And we have another person that will likely be at my house tomorrow. I will let you guys know because we may collab on something. I'm super excited. He's just one of the coolest dudes I ever met in real life. And you all know him. And you know him well-ish. And that is Nop-Top. Mr. Dave Knopp. He's traveling right now. He's driving. He's coming down to Florida for work. He has a project he's working on for his boss. And he's going to come by. I think he's going to come by tomorrow. So we'll hang out tomorrow, hopefully, and possibly shoot some stuff. And I'll let you guys, I'll keep you updated on how that works out. I have met with Dave one other time, and that was in Indiana. You okay? Sorry. Like a hurricane went through my wife's opening stuff in there. And we had a good time when he came by my mom's house in Indiana. So I intend to have some fun. He should have it playing right now, the live stream in his car. He's cruising right now. So I don't expect to see him chat. But can't wait for you to get here, Dave. We'll be hanging out and we'll do something fun and exciting. Hey, there's Jim from Greece. Hi, all from the other side. Lanky Lime says, nah, just say Lime. Let's just go Lime then. I wanted to make my username more general sounding in case I want to make some goofy general videos. All right, you know what? You are the lime. Who put the I won't even do that. Yeah, I missed Ben's stream, but rewatch. When was it? We were getting that Florida weather here too. Yeah, that's just so hot. Ugh. I bought the 16 by 24 blade easel and 16 by 20 print washer last week for $60 total. Now looking at an LPL in a larger that will work with that easel. That sounds really exciting. I wish I had more space here. I know I've said it before. And Dave Knopp, I know you're listening in. When you get here tomorrow and if you come by the house, by my house, you're going to see what I mean. This place is so tiny. I have no space. There's stuff on the floors, and I have too many interests and not enough space. I do my best. We call it organized chaos. I know usually where everything is, but it's just kind of, packed neatly. Have already tried using it. It's great. Works perfect. Oh, Bonnie, what are we talking about? Oh, the splicer. Awesome. Yes, that's awesome. They're neat. I like those little guillotine splicers. 95 and 125% humidity. It's hot everywhere. Hey, Charlie, how are you, buddy? Aaron Mesher, that is my brother-in-law, and I presume that is his son, my nephew, Charlie, that's popping in to say hello. How are you, Charlie? I'm going to have some fun with this fake cannon. Well, good. You can use it as a crash cannon, right? Because it's not real, so just have fun with it. It was only $35. Waiting for my Chinon 20 PXL direct sound Super 8 movie camera to come to my door for fun, lotto, eBay fun. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Charles. It is super, just like, it's like a lottery draw when you buy stuff on eBay, for real. I bought some film on eBay recently, and I was telling my wife that there was photos of it on eBay, and then, which is what I wanted, and then there was the description, which was totally different from the photos. So I emailed the seller real quick, sent them a message, and they never responded, but it was a good deal, so I'm like, you know what, I gotta take a chance. So I took a chance and I hit buy it now, and the film came yesterday, and I had already told myself, if the film that I receive is what he typed, or she, then I'm gonna have to send it back, because that's not what's in the pictures. But if I receive what's in the pictures, I don't care what the description said, because that's what I wanted, that's what I am paying for. And luckily, I got what was in the pictures, and if you're going to join us in the members-only live stream this Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I bought 7 rolls of Super 8 film, and I'm going to show you what they are, but I'm going to show that on my members-only live stream this Thursday, the 21st of August at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Set your clocks, members. It's a toy camera, yeah. And by the way, Charles, those are good little cameras. The Chinon 20 PXL, I have one. I used to just kind of keep it over here, but it's over there now. They're great cameras. They're sound cameras. You know that. You just put that. But mine is a little sluggish. So I think for silent film, it's great. My particular one. Yours might work fantastic. But mine is sluggish, and it tends to like, I don't know if it needs new belts or something, but it's not very reliable. Mine. But I love Chinon stuff. Kind of had to postpone filming the project for a tad bit because we had a radium contamination in my grandfather's watch shop. Half his stock is glowing with bone-eating glow stuff. What? Holy shnikes. Well, that's very interesting. I hope everybody is staying away from this glow-eating, flesh-eating radium contamination. Please be safe. That's crazy. It's 8 minutes over right now here in Sweden, and it won't get dark until 10 to 11 just for the sun to go up again. 3 or 4. Wow. Wow. I kind of like it dark. I mean, not always, but I've always been kind of a night owl. Well, I have kids now, so you can't be, but I like the nighttime. I did just shoot. Yeah, I know, radios. You just never know. It does sound a little suspect. I did shoot just not the parade. I took 620 with the Argus 75 also. I love 620. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Mike? Radium. I never heard of that. The Kodak ZI-8 is one of those pocket camcorders. Has a fixed lens, but shoots 1080p, 30 frames, 720 at 60 frames per second. First time I got decent fireworks video with no focus hunting. Isn't it great? People make fun of those cameras, of the fixed focus stuff. I love them. I love those things. The ZI-8. Is it the hard drive camera, Jeffrey? Does it have the built-in hard drive too? And it's got the either like a little card in it, or do you just extract the video with a cable? So those are great. There's nothing wrong. I have one of those somewhere. It may be, no, it's not a Kodak, like a Canon or one of those little ones. It fits like, it's real little. I took some shots with the Kodak Retina. That thing stops me from taking bad photos. That's cool. Lime says, did you accidentally spill Vaseline on the laptop camera? On the laptop camera. Oh, it's just always been, yeah, it's always been that way. It's just a wonky little camera. I mean, it's only 720p. It's the highest resolution I can get. I can take it down to a 144p, if you think that would help. Hey, Donald, how are you? At my work, found an old Arri S with 3 primes, a zoom mag, 3 primes, a zoom mag, a Cine 60 battery belt. Sadly, it, along with a lot of electronic gear, is destined to wind up in electronic recycled dumpster. No, Donald, don't recycle that. Oh, man. The camera or the battery belt? That maybe I could understand, but not the camera. Oh, you gotta get that thing working. Do you know if it works or not, Donald? Does it have a cord with it, like the power cord, where you can plug it into a battery pack? Wow, that's a good find. Wow, is that 4K built-in webcam? Yes, it's like 0.25K. Yeah, we're full-on hazmat suits with radiological filters. Everything to clean. Yeah, I would imagine. How much to send Super 8, 620, and 35 millimeter all at once? Just email me, radios, and we'll set you up. Email me. Hey, Filmboy24, I received the Phoenix 2 film and shot a roll. I will develop it soon. Hey, Bart, how are you, by the way? Yes, that's awesome. And I have a roll of Phoenix 2, 35 millimeter, loaded up in a camera right now that I need to shoot. I'm excited about it. I bought it at Colonial Photo in Orlando, Florida. And I want to shoot it because I, for one, want to see what it will do. I'm working on the C41 process. I'm working on getting the chemicals together to try some DIY C41. I know you can do ECN2. It's a different color developer. I want the right color developer for it, which is CD4, not CD3, which is what ECN2 uses. So I want to mix I want to try. There's no published formula from Kodak of C41, but there are some really good emulations of it. So I want to try to make my own C41 chemicals and start developing a lot more of this C41 stuff that I got laying around. Dying to see how that turns out, though, Bart, and I want to see how well that stuff performs. I've seen videos. I know Noah did one at Analog Resurgence, and he didn't really like the film. He didn't really like the way the lab scanned it, but when he scanned it, it actually came out pretty decent. Travis, dude, you bring the IMO 35 with you. I want to, yeah. Travis may or may not stop by tomorrow. I don't know. He wants to come by and see Dave. Everybody wants to hang out with Dave Knopp. Dave is the coolest dude. I have some good long phone conversations with Dave Knopp. I've been hearing from people on YouTube and Insta about Kodak problems. Anyone here? Kodak, yes. There's not, yes, Jeffrey. Matthew and I had a little bit of chat back and forth on Instagram yesterday about this. And there's people kind of freaking out about, is Kodak going under, is this and that. But they also put out a little press release stating they are healthier than ever. They're doing fine. They have debt. So Kodak's, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. But yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Jeffrey. I would not worry about it right now. From the +2 setting, since the Tri-X was a little older. That's a good idea, radios. That was a good choice. Kodak problems are just a miscommunication. Yes, Lime, you're exactly right. There's Knob Top. Hey, Chad, how are you, bud? That's my brother, in case you guys didn't know. Charlie says good. Chad, you and I still need to do a collab on something. I like the fact that basically all the analog community over on Reddit was terrified. Yeah, Reddit, yeah. I love Reddit. I got a lot of good information over there, but man, they lose it a lot. They're just afraid of everything a lot of times. I'm doing good, Charlie. Thank you, buddy. Magic Man Chad in the castle. Yes, the Magic Man. One of these days we'll do, maybe I'll show a little clip one of these days. I'll have Chad pick one out, one that he likes. Maybe we'll show a little clip of him doing something, a performance of some sort. Emailed you a link to my test photos on Canon S2000 camera. Oh, he's talking to radios. Got it. Awesome, Lyle. Oh, radios. I was close to buying a full feature on 16 yesterday. You know, Bonnie, I'm gonna miss a few chats here, and I'm sorry, guys. I got a lot to talk about today because I get wordy like that. Up to 150 bucks. Full feature 16mm are up on biz on Goodwill auction site if you're interested. Hey, Lyndon, how are you? I'm on a train, so not so engaged. That's all right. You pay attention to where you're going. I'm just glad you popped in. I see Butch Magnum is here, but he retracted his message. So, but hey, Butch. Oh, there it is. Tardy and will need to be excused early. Oh, that's all right. You just pop in and out whenever you want, my friend. It looks like a phone. It does have a mic jack. Oh, that's cool. Ah, I know what you mean. It's kind of more upright, right? Was it like the Flip? Remember the Flip? You just had to flip the bottom out and plug it into a USB to charge it? Your laptop webcam definitely looks, to me, far less than 720. Maybe an updated driver is needed. Yeah, maybe. It's ever since I got this laptop, it's never looked that great. But that's all right, because I never use it anyway. I can get pretty close with this one, you know. We can show close-ups. So we're okay. Speaking of 16mm feature films, well, that wasn't a joke. What was that for? I've been in touch with a guy. He's a film director, right? And I'll call him a film director, even though he hasn't directed a feature film in a while. I talked to him on the phone for a good while, half hour-ish, probably. His name is Anthony, but we call him Tony. I say we, but I mean me. Hope he's okay with it. Tony Watkins. And he shot and directed two, well, we'll call it three, but two initially, full-length feature films, comedy, slapstick comedies on 16mm, regular 16. And I may get these dates wrong, and Tony can correct me later. 2003 and 2007, I believe, is when he released both of each film of the first two. The first one, and we're going to get really into these films. Like I say, I had a discussion with him on the phone. He couldn't live farther away from me in the contiguous U.S. I'm in the east coast of Florida. He's on the northwest coast of Washington State. So, but we had a good conversation. He owns a coffee shop, so he does that as his day job, and then he's just very much into filmmaking. Anymore, he kind of does video for obvious reasons. Film is very, very expensive, but he still loves the beauty and the feel of film, and he told me that on the phone. But he shot two feature films on 16mm, released them to the world, sold a couple thousand copies of the DVDs of each, and made all of his money back. Kind of broke even on each one, but did it because he just loved doing it, which is all any of us low-budget folks ever really expect to do. And I've had both of those films ever since they were first released. One of them I just can't seem to find anymore, but he's sending me another copy of it. And he still has some boxes of these DVDs telling me that, you know, people don't really buy physical media that much anymore. I think there might be a little resurgence in the physical media world where people are starting to buy more DVDs and Blu-rays because streaming is great, but it's a little bit unreliable. You do have to pay for certain things. And you'd never really know how long your favorite movie is going to stay on any one streaming service. So I like physical media. I like getting the extras, the bonus content. I like it at my fingertips anytime I want to watch it. There's a lot of films that I enjoy watching over and over again. So he does, you know, he does have a bunch of them. He's going to send me a couple of each extra that he says, do what you want, give away to your member, do whatever you want to do. They have a contest, give the movies away. Anyway, we're going to talk about them at some point when I receive the stuff from him. This is one of them. It is called Mall Robbers. I'm not going to get crazy into it. They went to some festivals with him and this and that. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. He sounds like a really good guy, very nice guy on the phone. He's very busy now. He's got 2 young children. I know what it's like having 2 young kids. They're not all that young anymore, but his are. So I know the craziness his life is filled with now. He did a 3rd movie that he shot a lot of it in 16 millimeter. And it was a shorter feature, like 40 minutes or something, I believe. And now that one never was fully released. Well, it was released, but it was released online, not on physical media. But he's since taken that one and he's inserted it into another movie that it's like that one's playing on a movie theater within the movie that he's making or he made. So he plans to finish that at some point. He's not sure when. But anyway, he then re-upped and sent me another email and gave me a lot of good information about these first 2 that he made, or, you know, what film stocks, what cameras, you know, all these things that are good information that I can't wait to talk about when we get to that point. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, we'll have all that together and it's going to be really exciting to talk about. And by the way, he sells those DVDs, but he really doesn't even want much money for them. He basically said, just shipping cost. He's not all that interested in selling the DVDs. He just wants people to have them. So we'll do, Jeffrey, I need more mugs. So we'll figure that out once we get going. But yeah. Yeah, no kidding, Mike. Donald, do not throw that area away. We will find a good home for it, I promise you. Ooh, you need more mugs. I can bring the IMO. I still got film for it. Yes, bring it. Yeah, Noah does pretty good scans, analog resurgence with his Lumix Micro 4/3 mirrorless. Yeah, his scans came out really good compared to the lab. All right, so I'm all the way back down to the bottom. I missed a whole bunch. I missed a whole bunch of chats, guys. I'm sorry. I know I get to talking a little bit, but I guess I'm not that far behind. I tend to prefer the results of Phoenix over Phoenix 2 based on their other people's results. Not shot either, but just interesting. Yeah, I should have bought a regular roll of Phoenix, the original, the red box, I think it is. But I just bought one roll. I showed it a couple weeks ago of Phoenix 2. Yeah, I read that you can process it as ECN2 as well as C40. You can, Bart, but it's different. I'm telling you, the process is different. CD3 is not made to process C41 film. The colors are not going to be the right. They're not going to be right. I've done it many times. I've processed Kodak 200 and 400 speed film in ECN2, and it'll work. It's just not. It's not designed for that. It'll work, and you got to do a lot of post work to the photos typically. Okay, Charlie, take care, buddy. I got one. Chad, YouTube has been feeding my Ricky J content. Of course, I don't mind. I don't know who Ricky J is. Have a good stream. Thanks, Charlie. I saw that Olympia. Bye, Aaron. Bye, Aaron. Flying O. Ricky was something else. Is Ricky J, is that a magician? Someone in California got to know someone in Maine. Are you insinuating a giveaway? I am. Didn't vinyl pass CDs in sales last year since CDs were released last year? Probably. People love vinyl now. Absolutely. Yep, all modern Doctor Who was recently pulled from any U.S. streaming services. That's what I mean. You just can't rely on it. I have a couple of series that I love. I'd like to have all the Seinfelds on DVD. I have Friends, the original All the Friends seasons on DVD. I have all of The Office, both the American version and the UK, the better UK version, all on DVD. And I have a lot of Hell's Kitchen because I'm a huge Gordon Ramsay fan. So I have a lot of Hell's Kitchen on DVD, but I only like the first 8 seasons. But they don't have all of those on DVD. I wish they did. So if there's something you really enjoy watching, I would highly recommend get the DVD or Blu-ray just in case. Not just you can't depend on the service being around to maintain your content, but the powers that be can decide for no reason you shouldn't. Exactly. And they can edit the content as well. Everything is pretty much political correctness now, and whether you hate it or love it, that's not what was intended to be seen when somebody originally put something out. A lot of the sitcoms I've seen, even when you watch them streaming, they take some bits out. Well, I got the DVDs and the bits are not out. So, contest to enter. Write your name and address on the back of a $50 bill. Send it to Mike. Enter to win the... I like the way you think, Jeffrey. And then I'll put them all in a bucket. Pull one. Read the name. Possibly you're the winner. Put them away. Pocket it. And then you guys do it again for the final drawing. Abel is here. You're late, but you know what? Better late than not late. Flying O. I have Phoenix 1 and Phoenix 2, but haven't shot any. Yeah, I thought you had both. Get busy, yo. I kind of want to grab a few rolls of 120 Phoenix while it's on clearance to stockpile. Is it on clearance right now? Or are they just trying to clear it out? I will say, though, with a recent radium finding, it's given me an idea for the film, as I can try hard pressing a reel of E6 next to radium sources in controlled spaces to make a good particle effect. What? I love your alchemy. See, Chad, you have all the X-Files. And some of these things are hard to find. You can't find everything on streaming. You just can't. I like Knight Rider. I loved the show Knight Rider. I'd like to get all those on DVD and just see how cheesy they really were. I like Chips from the 70s. Also imagine to snag the full MASH series on DVD. See, MASH. Mine are stored in liquid nitrogen for centuries. Hey, Katie is here. How are you, Katie? Good afternoon to you too. Go for the Blu-ray. The DVD stopped working sometimes. Yeah, anytime I can get Blu-ray, I will. But not everything is on Blu-ray. And Blu-ray are 1080 usually, which is a little bit better than most DVDs that are, I guess, 720 for the most part. So yeah, good tip. Blu-ray if you can. That's the exact reason I imported the season 14 DVD of South Park episode 200 and 201 are only on the Region 1 DVD since they both showed and joked about Muhammad in those episodes. Yeah, I mean, if it's released to the wild, we should be able to see it in the wild. You make the decision whether it's inappropriate or appropriate for you and your family to watch. If you don't like it, then just don't watch it. B&H has it at $9.99 a roll for $120. I love B&H. Also bought 25 DVDs yesterday for $1 per DVD. Yeah, they have that. That's a pretty normal deal here. Our flea market, they sell tons and tons and tons of DVDs for about $1 a piece. You just got to do a lot of digging. Weird Science is one, Bart. I own that one. I love all those old John Hughes movies. Anthony Michael Hall is one of my all-time favorite 80s actors. So yes, I have I have that set. It looks like a folder, a 3-ring binder, and you open it up and the DVDs are all tucked in. It's got Weird Science and I think Breakfast Club and probably Pretty in Pink or something like that. I can't remember what the 3 are. But Weird Science is one of them. I'm preoccupied caring for my 91-year-old mother, but I don't want to bring the stream energy down. Film will happen ASAP. That's all right, Mike. There's a lot of things in life that are way more important than worrying about a stranger on the internet and his live streams and the, film. So you have to do what's important, believe me. Mike, that first draw would be roughly $1,600 to $1,800, and the second draw would be $32 to $36. You want to explain? You know what, Entity? For that amount of money, for a silly little draw for a $10 DVD, I would pay my taxes happily. Now, YouTube may not like it. Since people love vinyl so much, I think it's a great idea to bring back Laserdisc. I still have some Laserdiscs in my garage right now. Just imagine the price of old, already expensive players and discs skyrocketing in price. I had a Laserdisc player and I liked it. It was a Pioneer. But that, yeah. And they get that, what do they call it, laser rot? And the discs start kind of like creeping in on the edges and stuff. What is Blu-ray or DVD? I have my Betamax tape. No idea what this new tech is. What is this CD stuff they're talking about? I love these cassette tapes. One of these old 8-track. Remember 8-track? You could only forward them. I guess maybe if you were lucky you could rewind, but most players only forwarded them. I have a few LD players. One actually has physical. Flip the disc over to play side 2. Flying, take care of yourself as you take care of your mom. Absolutely. That is way more important than any of this film stuff, Mike. We get one mom and one dad. I wish I had my dad still. The B&H store is fantastic in person. I have to stop in every time I go to New York City, even if I don't buy anything other than a single roll of Super 8. I wish I was closer to it, Matthew, because I would go in there all the time. They were awesome, Mike. And I've had a lot of Laserdiscs, and I still have a few left. And there was another one, too, that looked exactly like a Laserdisc, but it was called something else. And it didn't work in Laserdisc players, but it was just the rival company. It's just, I can't remember what they were called, but I actually had a few of those, too. Some of them I bought a bunch of them at a garage sale once, tons of them. And then I had my Laserdisc player, and I was able to play some of them. My local Goodwill has lots of DVDs, but it's mostly stuff that would have been popular. Yeah, most of the time, thrift stores, when they have DVDs and stuff like that, they're the ones that you can find anywhere. I already got a Laserdisc. I figure you did, Radios. You got it all. I have a Laserdisc player and some discs, but it's just been gathering dust. We can't use everything all the time. That's the thing. My brother and I talk about this sometimes. We both have lots of stuff. But what do you get rid of? I mean, you can't use everything all the time, but, can you use everything anytime? So when you get stuck in this weird sort of, circle, this black hole of stuff that you feel comfortable being around it, but like my film, I have so much film that I don't sell film. I don't want to get rid of my film because I shoot so much film. But I have a lot. How can I really shoot it all? Anyway, don't forget members only live stream this Thursday, 8/21 of 25 at 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you're around, please pop in. I want to show remember the medium format we did where I sent out a whole bunch of medium format film, Tri-X, like 17 or 18 rolls? Well, I finally got the last roll back. Not finally, Rich had some issues. This is our buddy Rich. He's just in the chat right there. I just set up my Laserdisc player last week, watched Alien, Road Warrior, Empire Strikes Back, The Fog, a bunch of others. See, those are some good ones to watch too, Rich. So this is Rich's film. This was 127 film. He was one of 2 people, I believe, that didn't have a 120 or 620 camera. So special requested some 127 film. And I sent him that roll, and he sent it to me back, and I processed it last week, scanned it yesterday. His roll expired in February of 1969. Where were you in February of 1969? I know my older brother and I were barely around, but my two other sisters were not. But I have his photos, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on, and I'm going to show them. Flino, give her a hug for me. Yes, please, for all of us, Mike. There's 2 LD players in storage. VHD. Yes, I think that was it. A real B&H customer story. What's the cassettes, Laserdisc, DVD, and Blu-ray? I only project my film with my projector. Woo! Bart says, I have Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension. Also, the Texas Theater showed it in... I bet that was awesome in 35 millimeter. Really sad to hear DVD is becoming a retro media source. I used to remember when floppy drives and film were retro. Now it's just ancient. Man, yeah, my brother and I, we used to laugh at those little floppies, the small ones, not the big floppies, but the next size. You know, you can fit 12 photographs on those, man. 12. They were like 1.4 megabytes. Remember when an extra megabyte of RAM or megabyte, not gigabyte, of RAM or storage was, you know, $100? Megabytes. I had a Knight Rider big wheel when I was a kid. I absolutely loved it and would have my hyper Yorkshire Terrier run around the block like a rickshaw runner with me yelling, mush. Oh, I bet that would have been hilarious to see. Oh, CJ. Where are we at? I was born in June of 68. Oh, I'm only 2 months older than you, Rich. Time to buy 2 Philips DP70 projectors from my living room. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. Oh, hey, Ben is here. Ben, I'm sorry I missed your stream. I did not get a notification, but maybe it's because I don't have the bell clicked. But when was your stream? Was it Thursday? I got to catch the rerun on it. I'd love to find... Hey, Diom. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome. I'll love to find some info. If I find I have to find a very strange and rare movie camera. Novato 35mm movie camera, number 56 by Alfredo Donelli Roma. That is an interesting... That's crazy. I've never heard of that. 35mm movie camera. You know, I'm going to write that down because I got to find out what that's about. Novato 35mm? I mean, I've heard of some weird ones, but I've never heard of a Novato. But I'm gonna. I don't know about it. Number 56. Has anybody heard of that? Novato 35mm movie camera, number 56 by Alfredo Donelli Roma. Very interesting. Time to buy 2 Philips DP70 projectors for my living room. Woohoo! I remember I had a box of floppy disks that I used for college. Left it in my car on a hot day and they melted. Yeah, they would literally melt, right? Oh man, cool. I'd love to see one. I would too, Mike. Now we got to have one. It's terabytes now, Bart. I know. It's not even gigabytes anymore. Man, we could cram so much in so little storage media. Now one photo today would take 4 to 6. I know. 69. The twinkle of my parents. Katie. Woo! No worries. Next one is Friday the 22nd. Mark your calendars, everybody. Ben Show, Friday the 22nd. That's soon. Honey by Bobby Gizmosbo was the most popular song when Mike was new. Honey by Bobby Goldsboro. I've never even heard of it. I'm looking at external storage devices. I'm planning on ripping every movie I have on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K and put it on Jellyfin, and the difference between 4 terabyte and 6 terabytes like 20 bucks. Yeah, I use a 14 terabyte drive, spinning drive, for all of my, and I should even back that up, for all of my archives of my Super 8 16 millimeter film that I've developed. I find on eBay it's a vintage camera, but no info anywhere. I have never heard of it. What's Jeffrey texting me? One log file from a scan was 50 gigabytes. I know. Oh, Jeffrey's sending me a link. Is that to the camera? There it is. Oh, look at this. The Novato. Let me see. Let me turn the brightness up a little bit and see if you guys can see this picture. Jeffrey, this side toward the screen, just sent this to me. There it is, the Novato. What a cool looking camera. Are you kidding me? Yeah, if anybody gets one of those, we need to find out. $637 US. Find out what that's all about. All right, listen, Chad says floppy disks were great. You could just stick them on the fridge with the, with the magnet. Gone. YouTube managed to make his own floppy disk from scratch, but you don't want to scratch the floppy. I want to show you guys these photos. Now let me preface something. So here's a camera that our buddy Rich M, that you see on here. Let me show you the camera that he used. It's a Detrola Model E. Okay, here's the picture. That's the camera, right? Yes, Detrola Model E 127 camera. Now look at his film. Expiration, processed before February of 1969. That actually means that that roll of film was probably, it was probably manufactured late 66 or 67. Definitely before I was born. So he had that to work with, and that's this roll right here. Tri-X 127 film. Now that camera has a lens that you have to extend. You have to extend the lens. Now I'm going to tell you right now, he has 15 photos, 6 of them, and they're in the middle of what you're going to see. He forgot to extend the lens. So I don't have them in the right order, but I kept them in the middle, so we'll break it up a little bit. But I kept him in there, and he was shooting some landscapes. And Rich, I apologize, he sent me actual photos, digital photos of the landscapes, and I don't have them present to show you guys, but they were beautiful. So you'll see 6 photos that, and they're kind of got this vignette around them where he forgot to push the lens out. So 56-year-old film, probably. We'll go with 56, 55-year-old film. Let's get everybody ready, and let's get the lights off, and let's show you Rich's films. That's pretty rad right there. Mad rad. I'm guessing those are vinyls. $55-year-old Tri-X film. And here's where the lens was not extended. This is 6 pictures in the middle. Would have been awesome landscapes. And then appears to be a skate park. Can always get good footage and good photos. And this last one is really cool. I know it was probably, look at that. Look at that double exposure thingy. Not last one, but next to last. Really cool. I know that probably was not intentional, but I thought that came out cool. Thank you so much, Rich, for sending that back to me and for taking those photographs. Every roll that we showed was just a little bit different. Well, there was a lot different. And that was the beauty of this little community project, was to see just what everybody had in mind for their roll of film that we sent. So that was a lot of fun. And I can officially say that we are officially wrapped up with the medium format Tri-X community project. I'm so happy the way it turned out. There was only one roll that was never returned, sadly, and he just kind of vanished off the face of the earth. At least I don't know what happened to him, and that was Russell. Hopefully he's okay. I've talked about it before. He's in the UK somewhere. I sent him a roll as well, but then, and he seemed very active with it, and then he just disappeared. So I hope you're okay, Russell, if you're around. We're pulled from the watch shop. Oh, this is from Entity. Wow. Watch shop. We're still looking. You can see the particles. So he sent me this picture. Wow. This is the some of the watch parts where he was talking about that radium, right? That's some of the watch parts. Now, Entity, is this the watch parts with the like the light on them? That's the radioactivity. Look at that. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if you can see it better with the crappy little camera here. Probably not. Woo! Not really. But and what is that? Dang. Mike sent you those images of the radium. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at them now. Look at that. Matthew, that's like Alien. That's crazy. That is crazy. Radium. All items are very hot on the Geiger counter and are currently stored in glass vapor sealed jars with lead foil around the glass. Dang. Well, you guys know what you're doing. Keep everybody safe. Rich says, wow, interesting. I am really bummed I messed up those pics in the mountain. Not sure why I took the shots of the silly Raven record covers. Thanks. Skate Park and Church came out pretty good. Yeah, they did come out good, Rich. I thought they, for a 55-year-old 127 film, I was really impressed with what you got. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Would the watch parts expose the film without lights? You know, that's a good question. Hey, there's Mike Rook. Took a photo of a point light source with the same camera lens unextended. Use alternative direction method of multipliers. Deconvolution to remove the blur. Recover the shot. Okay. Take a photo of the pro. Yes, let's do that. You know what? I'm going to do it and I'll get back to you in about 12 years. According to the ChatGPT, that movie camera is from the 50s and has made from cinematographer, inventor. It was made from Alfredo Donelli in Rome. Had detachable magazines, cassettes. I wonder how much footage you could shoot with that, Diome. Diome? We'll call you D for now. I wonder how long the film could run. Like, could you put a 400-foot roll? It looks like 100-foot could only fit in there. 2026 Filmboy24 Film Showcase, radium illumination only. No, because then we'd have a sure winner. Don't lick the brushes. Entity, get a Half-Life. Just found a Hasselblad for $30. You might find a Hasselblad handle. Radium Girls painted them. Mine was blank. Yeah, Jeffrey's was blank. I forgot. His medium format. Yeah, that's right. His didn't come out, so that his was shot. But he did tell me. Fritz says, Rich M, how did you adjust for film age? Yeah, that's a good question. What did you do for that, Rich? Because they came out well. They were exposed really well. The Delta is a good camera, and you got some great shots. Try some fresh 127 film. Yeah, did you adjust? I will use that neat old camera grain with some fresh one. Did you adjust the iris on that? Bonnie, did you ask me a question? Bonnie says, by the way, Filmboy24, what would you say is a good price for a 16mm magazine camera with 4 magazines? Bonnie, are you talking about like the, can you see that? Like the Cine Kodak magazine camera? Those are not overly expensive. And then with the magazines, I'm assuming you mean like these, right? These magazines. These are not expensive, $5 to $10 each. I would not pay more than 25 US for one of the cameras, probably, maybe in that range. So if it's in excellent condition and you get the camera and 4 magazines, I would not pay more than 50 US. That's just me, maybe 60 tops. It's an electric 35mm camera that can take 400-foot film in magazines that can attach to the camera. Dang. I like my Revere Magazine 16 turret camera. I got a reloaded 16mm mag from the FPP with Ektachrome 100D. The original film in those mags is probably too old. Probably, yes. Probably. And Dana, I sent you, I don't know if you got my email, but I did respond, finally. Just ask Mike, I'm terrible at responding sometimes. Gloves, gas mask, disposable suit, and adequate ventilation mandatory. Still air is a possible death sentence from both radon decay and dust inhalation. Man, God, be careful. Entity, who sneezed in your jar of radio? Hey, I got a new light, guys. Check this out. It was only like 20, 25 bucks. That Neewer brand. I might do a review of it one day. I don't know yet. And it came with this cool little tripod. Look at these lights. Right in the palm of your hand. And bright. Let me figure, whoa, and broken. I haven't really messed with it. It's got a bunch of different modes on it. Good backlight, shoulder light. Look at that. Boom. And it's got good range. Is that turning it up? Is it getting brighter? And then dimmer. Let me see if it's dimmering. Down to 0%. See that you can go from, see on the back it's got that little LED, right? And these little buttons. Let's go about 50% power. Or oct, whatever oct means. And then we can change the colors. Look at the colors. I don't know. It's a really cool light for 20-something bucks. And it comes, and there's a lot of settings on it. And it comes with this cool little tripod. It kind of just pulls apart. But check this out. I thought it'd be good if you're like a reseller too. If you sell things, put one of these on each side of your, when you're taking pictures. But watch this. That's about 8 inches. Look at that. To about 22 inches. Pretty solid little tripod. I mean, we've all seen these goofy little tripods, but man, that is a neat little tripod. And then it snaps in place, and it's a great little handle one. It's got the classic ball head up here, right? And then the slot for your 90-degree. Tighten her right back up. Boom, you're good to go. Run and gun. Look at that light, though. It's got a little beef to it, too, which I really like. I just put it in this little bag here until I can figure out what kind of case to use. I do have a film I want to show you guys, too. I have a film. Oh, I bought these, too. You guys know I like spy cameras, but I never use them. I just like them because they're cool. So for about $6 each, I got these brand new Minolta 16 magazines. Look at this. And I found this listing. They sold pretty quick. You get 6 of them for, well, they were about, it was about 36 bucks. That was with shipping and tax and everything. The little magazines. Well, I have one of them that's open. Reloadable. These little Minolta 16 reloadable magazines. And you got to be very careful with them because they're fragile. They're fragile. You know the little pop the tops. Whoop. Roll, put your roll film in there, your 16 millimeter film, and then you shoot your stills in your little Minolta 16, which I have, but I need to shoot some with it. Neewer make great tripod. You know, you can say what you want about Neewer, and you're right, Bart. I've been very happy with not only their products in general, but their customer service is good too. Because this microphone right here is a Neewer. And it clips onto your shirt, but underneath there's a magnet. And I was changing after a stream one day, and I just took my shirt off and I shook it, and the magnet flew away, and I never found it again. So I got on Facebook, and I mentioned, or I looked at other people, maybe it was Reddit, that were asking about the magnets because they're hard to find. You want the exact one so it'll fit back in the case because they stick to the back. So I just emailed their customer support. They said, just send us your receipt from when you bought it, and let me see what we can do. Within a week or two, I had 2 brand new magnets in the mail. No cost, they just sent me 2 new magnets. So I'm happy with them. That lady said in Napoleon Dynamite, I want that. God, what a good line. Shocks, pegs, lucky. Yeah, I have a film I want to show you guys. Did I miss some stuff? Also, I just found a K3 for 12 bucks. Bonnie, where do you find this stuff? God. Dragon Ball Z with that. Looks like it has looks like he magic. I love that little tripod. Yeah, it's a Bell & Howell one. It comes with 2 lenses and a handle. I also have to factor in that they are very rare here in Europe, so if I want to, I'd probably have to be imported from the US. Yeah, those Bell & Howells, I have a couple of those. I think I have one down there. And those are good little cameras too. Can't remember the model. I have a couple of those with the 2-lens turret that turns. But I would still stick somewhere in that price range. I don't think you need to go too much higher than that. So this film I want to show, it's just funny. It's interesting. It's just somebody's family film from a long time ago. I wrote a couple notes about it, but it has where did I put it? I put it there somewhere, I thought. Maybe I didn't write any notes about it, but I know what it is. It's old Kodachrome, and it has edge code markings on it because it says on here. I don't want to tell you what it says yet on the thing here, but it's fun. It's kind of just goofy. Who would have known this is a real sport? But I believe it's from 1975. I believe it's from I dated a magnet once. She was very attractive. Oh, I got a good one for you guys. I got to tell you before I forget it. Sadly, there was a man who was very seriously injured playing peekaboo. He's currently in ICU. What? So my wife just said you didn't have to share that. Anyway, I believe this was 1975. It's Kodachrome. It's in pretty rough shape. Chromes. Neewer makes a pretty mean focus puller. The follow focus one? Yeah. Don't. Lime. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this film. It's not in great shape. You know, there's some scratch. It's probably been played about 200 times in a projector. I don't know where this was filmed. I don't know where it's from. I can't remember where it's from. You say coat crumbs? Coat crumbs. Coat of chrome. I need coffee. Wouldn't that be great if Neewer made dad jokes? Yeah. Coated crumbs. All right, here's the film. 1975, I believe. Let's turn these lights off. Hold on, let's get these lights off. And kick it. Look at this. Look at this. These guys are log rolling. And look at the crowd. Look at the people watching. I should have had some funky music for this. They are professional log rollers. I just want to jump in there and swim. And down Charlie goes. Look at Ben, just sticking it out. Let's call it. There it is. Professional log. You saw that joke online too? Hot time in town? Yeah, Saturday night. Let's go log rolling. Oh, Charlie's in! And down goes Bill. We did not have phones or internet back then. We had to be entertained somehow. But did anyone know this was an actual event or a sport? I guess it's a sport. So you got your referee on the side there. He's got this long stick. Look at this. And he brings the log back. Let's get it back in place. Let's get 2 new contestants. Now look at this dude closest to us rolling. This old guy right here knows how to log. Right? Is that how we say it in the biz? This guy knows how to log. Look at him. He's not even breaking a sweat. Can't get rid of the lumberjack song playing in my head. And there's another fun little sport that you guys will see here in just a second at the end of this film. A kid's sport. Oh, this is a fun one. I really enjoyed watching this one. Love me some goofy sports. Saw one on TV at a restaurant where it's basketball but with trampolines. Did you ever see the one where people smack each other across the face? That's nuts. Oh yeah, you did that back in the day? Oh yeah, I don't know what this is a kite, I'm assuming? But we stay with this for a little bit. There's a couple of these UFO creatures in the sky. Almost looks like a stealth bomber. I wanted to say kite, but then it doesn't seem to be flying like a kite. Yeah, Chad, isn't that wicked? I saw the pro cornhole competition on TV the other day. We play cornhole at my family events. I love that. That water was afraid. Yeah, that water didn't want nothing to do with him. Yeah, and then look at this thing. See it? The white back behind the tree there. I mean, are we watching some UFO footage? Look at these cars. That could have been some UFO footage there. I mean, this is 1975, guys. The film was manufactured in 74. Here it is. Boom. And release the frogs. Boing, boing, boing. These kids trying. That one went out of bounds. Come on. All you're trying to do is get them to jump off the board, but you got to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Come on, look at this kid blowing on him, beating on him. That's it. That's all we had. I want more frogs. We demand more frog competitions. The frog jump. Oh, that's what that was. Bart. Hang gliders, right? World War II Horton jet prototypes. A jarts competition. We used to play. Remember that, Chad? We played jarts, and until they banned them. B2 stealth. Yeah, that's right. Charles and Bart. Yes, I bet that's a hang glider. Good call. Nice and steady. I didn't even think a hang glider. Poor frogs, I know. So not a B2. Frog races. Man, I miss those. Yeah, it's like the Pine Derby, the Pinewood Derby. That was fun, huh? Katie, funny. Yeah, Charles, I saw that. Hang glider. I think you're hand glider. Good job. They didn't film frog baseball. What other races did they have? Didn't they do turtles too? Little turtle racing? And I did not see one of those red and white and blue bucket hats right before 1976. You'd have thought, right? Frog Bay all. The frog races. I really, really want to see more. I have to dig because I have more films from that batch or that bundle in a box. I have boxes everywhere. And I have more films. So I'm going to be checking that out. Now they've turned all the forgs gay, LOL. The frogs. Woo! Jarts. Chad says, Jarts, a game where you could be killed at any second. Yeah, that's probably one of the things I'm glad they banned. As far as I understood it, lawn darts themselves were never banned. Just the sale of new lawn darts and advertising as children's were banned. Yeah, but you can't. You're right, probably. You just can't find them anywhere. I don't think eBay allows you to sell them. I just don't think you can find them anywhere. Defense against the Soviet invasion. I couldn't tell if that was readable or not. The sign, you mean for the frog jumping? When I was a kid, we didn't get Lincoln Logs. We had something called erector sets. Yes, we had erector sets as well. And you could build anything you wanted. And if you had the ultimate erector set, like the big one, you had the little motor in it with it. So you could have like the big crane made out of metal, but it would actually lift things with the string. Remember that? Hey, Christian, what I find refreshing is that there is no crazy zooming in on the footage. I know. I have a found film coming. It'll be coming this week that I believe was shot by a kid because of that. Well, it's just, you'll see. We have a set of jarts in the box, never used. They're probably worth money now, Jeffrey. I've seen several people sell them on eBay. They just sell them for super. Oh, are they on eBay still? D says, makes me want to shoot on film. What a lovely company. Yeah, man, you got to get some film going. If it's Kodak and all 50 feet are shot, you will see exposed marked on the end of the film gate on the cartridge. Yeah. Love director sets, I know. They're kind of expensive now. You buy them now, of course, they're all rusted out. In the first river sport, the most unbalanced person has the best balance. Yeah. All right, guys, we're an hour and 15 in. I think that's about my cue. What is that? Oh, there's some lint floating. I think I've covered what I needed to cover. Don't forget, members only live stream this Thursday. I've said it 3 times, so mark your calendars. This Thursday, 8/21 of 25. Or if you're one of my European friends, the 21st day of August, 2025 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Try to make it. Try to be there. It was fun. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad you were here. See you Thursday. Had a great time. See you Thursday. Bye, Mike. Bye, gang. Bye, Chad. Chad, if you're around tomorrow, stop by. I can't wait to hang out with Dave Knopp. So, Dave, if you're still there, you're driving, I know you're trucking along on the interstate, no need to respond. Let me know when you're around. Text me, call me, whatever. Thank you, Ben. Don't forget, Ben's got a live stream this Thursday. Ben, before we go, can you say what time it is? It's this Friday, right? You said? Thank you, D. Thank you, Rich. CJ. Lanky Lime. We'll call you Lime. Bonnie Hedja. Ben, 7 p.m. London time, which I believe is 2 p.m. Eastern time, my time, this Friday. Ben always has a good show, so if you can make it Friday, pop on over to Ben's stream. Zero Budget Film School is the name of his channel. Have a great weekend to you too, Christian. And, goodbye to all my regulars. You guys are awesome. I love you like family. Jeffries and Mikes and Barrys and Olivians and Matthew and all of you are like my family. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to go now and get some stuff done for the upcoming week. I love you like family. Peace out.